Hey vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. What's playing in the background, this is The Open Mind, a really good psych album from, I think, 1969. And the song playing is Magic Potion. Really good stuff from The Open Mind. So, turn this down. So today's video, I'm going to do a Discogs random pull. If you have Discogs, if you archive your albums on Discogs and you have a collection page where it says, at the top of the page where it says, you know, search collection, right next to it, it says random item. If you click on that, it'll just bring up anything. It'll just bring up random titles out of your collection. So that's what I did to make this video. I used the random selection on Discogs, and this is what I came up with. And first up, this is the Ramones, Animal Boy. This is from 1985. I think, yeah, 1986, sorry. But yeah, pretty good album, mid-period Ramones. Songs like Somebody Put Something in My Drink, Animal Boy, Love Kills, 8 Man Hot, She Belongs to Me, Crummy Stuff, My Brain is Hanging Upside Down, Mental Hell, Eat That Rat. Pretty good stuff. Kind of steering away from their usual sound a little bit. It's still there. I mean, this is, you know, just hearing this, you know it's Ramones. But they were still trying to get away from that early sound of theirs a little bit. But this is a pretty good album. Ramones, Animal Boy from 1986. And up next, this is TRex, Solid Gold. This is a compilation of hits. It's pretty good. It's got some stuff on it I don't think is on other albums. There are some songs on here that are on other albums, but I think some of this stuff is like singles that was never released on a album before. But you got songs like 20th Century Boy, Groover, New York City, I Love to Boogie, Children of the Revolution, Metal Guru, that's on Slider, Telegram Sam is also on Slider, Truck On, Light of Love, Laser Love, Dandy in the Underworld, and Solid Gold, Easy Action. Pretty good stuff from TRex. Kind of a mix of when he was at like the height of his popularity, and then some stuff from his later years in the mid to late 70s when his popularity wasn't as big. But yeah, pretty good stuff from TRex, Solid Gold. And up next, the Rolling Stones, Goat's Head Soup. I showed this not too long ago, but it showed up on the random poll, so there you go. Great album from the Stones. This one, I see it as one of the last of their best albums. I mean, they did some good albums after this, but this one, I think, was the last of the really good albums. So, there you go. I ain't going to say too much about this. Everybody knows this one. Goat's Head Soup, the Rolling Stones. And up next, here's a weird one. This is the Mothers of Invention, Uncle Meat. This is, it's a imaginary soundtrack, or it's a soundtrack to an imaginary film. It says here, most of the music from the Mother's movie of the same name, which we haven't got enough money to finish yet. So that'll give you an idea. But it's the usual Zappa weirdness, lots of experimental stuff and spoken word. And there's some good music on it too. But it also came with this. It's a little booklet here. Got all this stuff in it. Like to follow along while you're listening to the record, I guess. There's if you can read music, there's how to play Uncle Meat, and like the centerfold, more weird stuff, but yeah, pretty good. I enjoy Zappa. I know he's kind of strange, especially his earlier stuff, especially albums like this. You know, this is akin to Trout Mask Replica there. You know, it's a very difficult listen, but there is some good music on this. And if you can get through all the weird stuff, it's a pretty enjoyable listen. So, The Mothers of Invention, Uncle Meat, from, I believe this is from 1969, or 1968 or 1969. And up next, this is the Psychedelic Furs, Forever Now. It's their third album from 1982. Has a song, Love My Way, which was a single off of this album. It was pretty good. Yeah, I always liked Psychedelic Furs. This one, I think they were attempting to be a little bit more accessible than the first two albums. But I love the first two albums. They're just great. But this one's got a little bit more of a commercial sound to it. But it's still really good. Songs like Forever Now, Love My Way, Goodbye, Only You and I, Sleep Comes Down, President Gas, Run and Run, Danger, No Easy Street, and Yes I Do. But really good stuff from Psychedelic Furs, Forever Now, the third album from 1982. And then I came up with this. This is Home and Garden, History and Geography. This band is like a side project of some members from Pere Ubu. And it's mostly like electronic, kind of almost ambient sound a little bit. But really good. Something good to listen to when you want to like mellow out. You know, it's nothing really harsh or weird. It's just really good, like ambient sounds. Pretty good stuff. Home and Garden, History and Geography from, this came out in 1984, and it's on a label called After Hours Records, which is a local Cleveland label back in the 80s. But really good stuff. Home and Garden, History and Geography. And up next, this is Patti Smith, Horses, her first album from 1975. Yeah, this is fantastic. If you don't know Patti Smith, and I don't know if there's anybody out there that hasn't, but for maybe some young people that haven't heard this yet, give this a listen. This is really, really good. This is a classic punk album, and just great stuff. I mean, her version of Gloria is really good on here. There's so much good stuff. This album is so good from start to finish. You can't beat it, you know, for debut albums. It's just phenomenal. A great album from Patti Smith, their first release from 1975, Horses. And up next, this is Spirit, their first album. This is a pretty good album. I like Spirit. They put out a lot of good albums in the 60s. And this being their first one, I believe, is like from 1967. But it's got some great songs on it. Fresh Garbage, Uncle Jack, Mechanical World, Taurus. Taurus, there was some controversy over that song, and people from Spirit were claiming that Led Zeppelin had stole a riff from them for the opening chords of Stairway to Heaven. And if you listen to it, if you listen to the song Taurus on here, it very much does sound like the opening chords to Stairway to Heaven. But yeah, I don't know if they ever settled that or anything, but that was a story I remember hearing. But yeah, this is a great album. The first album, the debut from Spirit, self-titled, from 1967. And up next into the 70s, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, Face the Music. Really good. By this time, these guys were spitting out hits left and right. And this one, Evil Woman on here was a hit, and so was Strange Magic. Both of them really good songs. But great stuff from Electric Light Orchestra. Yeah, this is a really good album. Commercial sounding, but I like commercial stuff too. But yeah, I remember this in my late teenage years, early 20s, getting into this album and other stuff by ELO. But great album, Electric Light Orchestra, Face the Music. And up next, this is Flamin' Groovies, Teenage Head from 1971. This is their third album. It's on Kama Sutra. But this is so good. This is one of my all-time favorite Flamin' Groovies albums. It's so good. Songs on here like High Flyin' Baby, City Lights, which to me sounds like a Rolling Stone song. Could have been on Sticky Fingers easily. Other songs like Have You Seen My Baby? It's a Randy Newman song. Yesterday's Numbers is really good. Teenage Head, that song has like a proto-punk feel to it. What else? 3202, Evil Hearted Ada, Dr. Boogie, and Whiskey Woman. But great stuff from Flamin' Groovies, Teenage Head from 1971. I found this in a cutout bin like in the mid-70s, and I paid about $3 for it. But it's such a good album. I love this album. There you go, Flamin' Groovies, Teenage Head from 1971. And up next, this is REM, Down South. This is a bootleg, a live bootleg of an early performance. I'm guessing about 1981, going by the choice of songs that are on here. But they have like White Tornado, Shaking Through, Don't Go Back to Rockville, Gardening at Night, Sitting Still, Burning Down, Chained to the Wall, Ages of You, Get on Their Way, There She Goes Again, Velvet Underground cover, Laughing, Now That You're Gone, and the Radio Free Europe. But really good stuff, pretty good sounding bootleg too. I'm not sure where this came from, where this was recorded at, if it was like a small club or something, but sound on this is pretty decent. So if you're an REM fan, you could check this out. It's a really good boot from them. Down South by REM. I'm guessing this came out sometime in the 80s. Oh, it says right there, recorded live 1981 and 1982. But it probably came out like in the mid to late 80s. But great stuff from REM. And up next, this is the Gun Club live at the Hacienda in 1983. This is the only Gun Club album that was released on Record Store Day that was any good. Though there was, like, in past years they released some of these. The one from live at the Hacienda 84 is horrible. It sounds terrible. But this one sounds great. This is really good. And if they're going to release any more of these on Record Store Day, I hope they make them as good as this one. So it's really well worth checking out if you're a fan of the Gun Club. And they do the songs like Strange Fruit, Fire of Love, Run Through the Jungle, which is a Creedence Clearwater Revival cover, John Hardy, The Lie, Black Train, Sex Beat, Cool Drink of Water Blues, Death Party, Texas Serenade, Heebie Jeebies, all of it. Really good stuff from the Gun Club. Really good live recording from 1983. This is a Record Store Day release. I think just this past year, I think. But I'm not sure. But yeah, really good stuff from the Gun Club. Live at the Hacienda in 1983. And next up, this is the B52 Mesopotamia. This is an EP they released in of course it doesn't say. Oh, 1982. So yeah, really good stuff. I really like this EP. Pretty good stuff like Loveland, Deep Sleep, Mesopotamia, Cake, Throw That Beat in the Garbage Can, and Nip It in the Bud. Great stuff from the B52s. New Wave, just generally good, like, poppy new wave stuff from the B52s. The sound that they're pretty well known for by this time. Yeah, good stuff. B52's Mesopotamia. And a couple more here. This is the Sonics, Boom. This was their second album. This is a reissue on Norton Records from 1998. I believe this came out like 1963, 1964, or maybe 65, I'm not sure, but somewhere around there. But man, this is so good. Proto-punk, just loud rock and roll and stuff. Songs like Cinderella, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, Skinny Minnie, Let the Good Times Roll, Don't You Just Know It, Jenny Jenny, The Hustler, The Witch, He's Waiting, Louie Louie, Since I Fell for You, Hitchhike, It's Alright, Shot Down, Psycho, and another version of The Witch. But great stuff from the Sonics. Really good garage rock, proto-punk, grunge, whatever you want to call it. It's just great rock and roll. The Sonics, Boom. And the last one here, this is Pearl Jam Versus, their second album from 1993. Pretty good. I enjoy this album a lot. I like the song on here, Daughter. That's really good. But everything else, Go, Animal, Dissident, WMA, Rearview Mirror, elderly woman behind the counter in a small town. But great stuff from Pearl Jam, second album from 1993. But great stuff. If you like Pearl Jam, you don't know about this one, check it out. So there you go. There was my 15 random pulls from Discogs. I hope you enjoyed that. I kind of had fun making it. It was pretty good. So I'd like to thank everyone who leaves comments and all the people who subscribed to me in the last few weeks. Thank you so much for that. And I guess that'll do it. I hope everybody's having a good year so far. And take care, BC. I'll see you next week.